Hey y'all, I'm just eating my dinner. It's 9 o'clock at night and we're just gonna have a mukbang. I couldn't even give y'all a vlog yesterday because I was so upset at my husband. And I'm like crying and I'm all emotional. And it's funny because I'm officially 6 months and this is where me and DC do like this. And this pregnancy, I'm reminding myself that it's the hormones. I'm irritable. I'm uncomfortable. It's the hormones, and I'm trying to give my husband grace, but I think because we've done this before, I think both of us are more aware and we're more prepared, for this time. And it's not just him, it's like everybody around me, honestly. And after watching the whole like DDG and Hallie and all that, a lot of people say like, how come a baby always, makes people split up, or how come relationships are perfect and then, or, seem to be perfect. And then as soon as they have the baby, things go south, and me and my husband totally know why. We understand why. It's a very stressful time. It's a time where two people have to problem solve all day, every day. They're tired, they're irritable, they're always like walking on eggshells. When you have a baby, your nervous system, both parents, are at the highest height because you are responsible for this other human being, and every baby is different. Even if you are a parent, I just feel like that newborn phase is like you literally trying to learn how to parent a newborn, right? Like a new person all over again. And it's tough and it's hard and it's tiring and it's stressful. And so today I didn't turn the camera on and I was so mad at my husband. And I call him the Grinch because he's an Aquarius. He is like not emotional at all. He's such a problem solver. He's so mellow, so calm. And the only time I've ever seen my husband emotional was during my pregnancy, that newborn phase, and then our wedding date. And so today was the first time in this pregnancy where he was like, can I be vulnerable and get emotional with you for a second? And I'm like, yeah. And then he was able to express himself and his feelings of what he's going through caring for a pregnant woman, So my husband was just reminding me like, yes, you are carrying our child and your body is going through so much. Physically, you're going through so much. Mentally, you're going through so much. But I just need you to put yourself in my shoes. And I just want to express to you what I'm going through and how I'm feeling, and emotionally and physically, and all these tasks I have on my plate, and the pressure of pleasing you, taking care of our son, and showing up for work, but still trying to feel good for myself. And I'm like, you know what, babe, you're right. And that was a really good conversation we had today. Of me just trying to be like a little more considerate, because he is literally just number one. He's cooking breakfast, lunch, and dinner for us. Rubbing my feet. Making sure I drink my water. Checking my blood pressure. Watching what he says because I am so sensitive right now. Helping my son with homeschool, using the potty, making sure he's eating, but then also just literally just like teaching my son and leading my son and like being the head of the household as a dad. But then also making sure he's on top of everything at work, because y'all know he works from home. But then making sure like I'm taking my medicines, I'm up to date with my appointment. This week we took my son to his doctor's appointment because y'all know what he has going on. And then he's still trying to like schedule time to go golfing, make sure he's on top of the finances for the Airbnb, make sure everything is running smoothly with the Airbnb. Helping pay for all Snick and stuff for his party this weekend. But we're still buying stuff for Lyric. There's a lot going on. And my husband goes to sleep every night around like 9 p.m. He goes to sleep really early. At the end of the night, he's just drained. And I think the bigger I get, the more uncomfortable I get, the more sensitive I get. And so on top of him literally just managing the house, making sure he's doing his work for work, showing up for our son, he then has to be even more mindful of the things he says out of his mouth, how he says it, what it sounds like, how anything he says can be interpreted or misinterpreted. It's a lot. So that was our day yesterday. So I had to stop and just pray and reflect and kind of like center myself. I went in my son and my daughter's room and I just had to remind myself, like, Brittany, this is temporary. Give a little more grace. Even when your hormones are telling you that your feelings are hurt, you're mad, you're irritated, like, not every single emotion needs to be expressed and addressed. So that's what I'm learning right now. All day today, y'all, I've been telling myself, Brittany, shut up. Brittany, don't say anything. Brittany, shut up. Brittany, don't say anything. And it's not suppressing my emotions. It's picking and choosing my battles and remembering that my partner is on my team. He's my number one fan, and not everything has to be so confrontational. And that's one thing I have to remember. Also, pregnancy in itself highlights your flaws and like different areas of yourself that either you have to work on or that's like a soft spot. So soft spots when you're not pregnant end up becoming sores when you are pregnant. I hope that makes sense. So that's another thing. So yeah. I'm so excited to get Snuckles' party done and over with this weekend, so I can just enjoy my bed rest. I'm noticing, guys, that so my friends, I don't know if I want to say their names, but two of my friends came over and I just realized how like irritable I am. Like everything irritated me. Like to me, they were talking so loud, and my sense of hearing is very sensitive. And I was just so exhausted. I'm like, I don't feel like talking to them. I don't feel like entertaining them. Then the next day, I went out to brunch with my girlfriends. And I was just so tired. I'm like, I don't even feel like, I was barely talking. I'm just like, it's like I'm like mentally exhausted. I'm just like checked out. So after this weekend, no, not after this weekend, after my women in business dinner, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to lay down. My goal is not to attend anything for the holidays and just chill. Pop out once my baby gets here because I don't want to push myself. I don't want to force myself. This has also been a time of like detachment and like being selfish, and a lot of my people pleasing has gone completely out the window because I don't know, something's changing where I'm about to be a mother of two, and I just feel this sense of responsibility just honor. Like, okay, for an example, having a girl. Okay, so having a boy, right? I felt like I picked the perfect man for my son. I was like, okay, as long as my son does everything my husband did, as long as he's just like him, if he can literally pick up on every good habit, if he just watches his father and he's just as disciplined, motivated, ambitious, respectful, patient, gentle, just intuitive, intelligent, hardworking, if he's a good communicator and he's competitive, like if he just follows his dad's lead, he is going to be a wonderful man. But now that I'm having a girl, guys, I'm like, oh shit. If she follows my fucking lead, we might have a problem. We might have a fucking problem. Oh. But I'm self-aware. I'm self-aware, guys. And don't get me wrong. If she's ambitious like me and a go-getter and a hustler and confident and extroverted, outspoken, loud. She likes to party. She likes to have fun. She likes to dance. She literally just like walks to the own beat of her own drum. She's not attached to anybody. She floats around in different friend groups. She's sassy. She's witty. She got a smart ass mouth. She can go toe to toe with anybody. She's not afraid of nobody. Like, if she picks up those traits for me, I will be proud. But then there's a lot of areas where I have to grow up. I have to get more disciplined. I have to cultivate certain habits that my husband has and I don't. And so during this time as well, I've been doing a lot of self-reflection just to be like, okay, Brittany, your daughter is going to be just like you. And this is the thing. We end up just like our parents. Whether we like it or not, whether we admit it or not, whether we're in denial, whether we want to be, just by nature, by habit, we end up just like our parents. And so I don't want my daughter to say that in vain or despise that, One thing I can say, since I've became a mother, I have become a much better friend, and I have selected my friend group wisely, because I remember when I was pregnant with Dad, there was this pressure or like responsibility I put on myself of like, okay, the bitches I hang with are going to be my son's aunties. And that was very, what is the word? Kind of frightening a little bit. And I was like, oh yeah, I need better friends. But now that I'm having a daughter, I need to make sure, outside of me making sure I'm the best me I can be, but when it comes to my friends, like, my friends need to stand on business. They need to practice what they preach. There's so many, and I'm not calling out my friends, I'm saying in general in life, there's so many amazing, intelligent, beautiful women, and they make the dumbest decisions when it comes to love, men, dating. Just fucking retarded. Oh, let me not use that word. They are just fucking delusional. I don't want my daughter around anybody, especially because of my love story. I don't want my daughter taking dating advice, marriage advice, looking up to different people's situations and what is that, co-parenting and marriages, thinking that shit is goals. And it's funny because of that, I feel like ever since I found out I was having a daughter, I've been putting a lot of pressure on my friends and the decisions they're making in certain areas of their lives. Putting the pressure on them, forcing them, or not forcing them, but pushing them, damn near pressing them to make better decisions, explain out loud why they're doing the things they do, bringing their habits to the forefront, calling out where they're like contradicting themselves in a loving way, of course, but only because I'm like, Auntie, lyric is coming, okay? And I need us collectively to be proud of who we are and the decisions we make and the mistakes we make, right? I need us to have good life lessons and to have an explanation and to be able to clearly articulate who we are and why we are what we are and what we're doing to be better. My son and my husband are back. But yeah, guys, that's just where I've been, how I've been, what's new with me. I'm telling you guys, just having a daughter is, I feel like I'm gonna cry. It's just very, very eye-opening. So many things about myself that I don't want my daughter to become or be like, certain habits I don't want her to experience, or maybe like decisions. How about that? There's certain decisions I don't want her to experience from my own life, and I'm like, okay, Britt, all you can do is be better, do better. And for my daughter, y'all, I just want to walk that walk, talk that fucking talk. You know, I need her to be proud of who I am and not just like give me grace because I'm her mom. You know, I don't want my daughter gaslighting me or making excuses for me because I'm such an amazing mom. But this is what happens for a lot of girls. Our moms are amazing moms, but then when we look at them as like regular women, we start like side-eyeing them. Is some of the decisions that they've made. And not that anybody's perfect, but certain things could have been avoided, could have been changed, you know, could have played out better if we continued playing chess. So I'll take on that challenge. Snooki!
I'm washing my hands before I eat.
Oh, excuse me. Mookie!
What are you doing?
You didn't know I was in here, huh?
Huh?
Come here. How was it? Why your hands wet, Mookie Boo?
Because I just washed my hands and then I fell because I didn't even know where I was going, so I fell off my stool.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah.
I have to ask you 2 questions. Is that okay?
Hmm?
Okay, first question. Do you love your mom?
Yes.
Second question. What do you love about your mom?
I guess you gave me Oreos. I guess that's good.
Mm-hmm. What else?
And that's it.
How much do you love your mom? Oh, that's a lot. All right, ready to go to eat dinner?